30 years of homeschooling. So if you have any questions, I probably can't answer them for you. Hi, my name is Angela. Maybe I should start this again. Hey world, my name is Angela and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about homeschooling. I have not talked about homeschooling. I may have mentioned that I've homeschooled my children, but today marks the first day of the last year that I will be homeschooling my children. This also marks my 30th year as a homeschool teacher. And let me tell you, I was against it at first. I thought, I can't homeschool my children. I have no idea how to do this. I used to think I'm no expert at homeschooling. I don't have any advice for anybody. I don't have anything I can share. And then I realized it would be my 30th year, and I thought, well, maybe I do. But maybe I don't, because in these 30 years, so many things have changed. The laws and regulations in my state have changed. When I started homeschooling in Michigan, it was illegal to do it. And then there was a big case that was settled too, I think. They'd been going on for years and years and years, and it was in the favor of the homeschoolers, which meant I could homeschool my children without being underneath somebody else's supervision. And let me tell you, that made homeschooling a lot easier to do. But even so, those first years of homeschooling, when we started out, we said, well, we're going to homeschool, and maybe we'll just take it year by year. And when they get to high school, we'll see how it goes, and the kids will probably go to high school. Well, we took it year by year, and with the change in the laws, it worked great for us, because when we started homeschooling, my husband worked this rotating shift. He would work a week of day shifts, and then a week of afternoon shifts, and a week of night shifts. And if I had sent my children off to a public or private school, they would have seen their dad 1 out of 3 weeks, because he would be sleeping or he would be at work. So homeschooling meant more time as a family. I am thankful for that we decided to homeschool our children. Over the years, it kind of got boring to me, because when you teach one child after another the same thing, so I started supplementing and adding other curriculum and other subtopics into our daily routine. And some things worked and some things didn't. I can't even speak, but I was able to homeschool my children, yes. And some things did not work. So am I an expert? By no means would I consider myself an expert. The kids grew up and they got old enough to go to high school, and my oldest son, I said, do you want to go to high school? He said no. He wanted to continue, because I said, if we're going to do this, right now is when you have to decide. Because I checked into that too. I checked into all kinds of things, let me tell you. So my kids decided, except for one, there was one child, I didn't give him a choice. I just said, nah, you're going to be homeschooled. Do I regret that? Sometimes I've questioned that choice, whether we should have given him a choice or not. But I had a friend who said to me once, she said, what if you had given him that choice and he had picked the public schools and things had gone differently? Then you would be kicking yourself and saying, why didn't I homeschool? Could I change things? I can't go back and change anything. So was it the right decision? It was the right decision at the time, and I think that's the best we can do. We can live our lives, and we can do our best to make the right decision with the information we have on hand. Sure, in the future we can look back and we can say, oh, that was a mistake, or maybe things would have gone differently if I'd gone a different route. You know what? We just have to do our best to make the best choices with the information we have at that time. 7 kids, graduated from homeschool, and then there's my youngest son, who is finishing up, or will be finishing up his senior year, because he started, so he'll be finishing it up. So he will graduate in the spring, and then I'll be done homeschooling. 3 graduated from college, 2 more in college, and 2 who decided that college wasn't the route for them. I don't know why. They decided working would be the way to go, which is fine. You don't need a college degree to succeed, and then you don't have those college loans that you have to pay back that are bogging you down. So if you want to go to college or get a job. Either way works well. My kids were well educated with a well-rounded education that they could either go to college or they could join the workforce. Whew, I am running out of breath here. This is my 30th year homeschooling, and I want to be honest with you, when my kids made it to high school, it got easier when they got to high school. I didn't teach them math. I left that up to Dutch because I was busy with all these kids, and I said, I never enjoyed math. I did really well in math in school, but I said, I don't want to do that. So I said, Dutch, you're teaching them math. And for the most part, yep, that's how it went down because I just didn't want to mess with it. Okay, let's get back on topic. 30 years of homeschooling. So if you have any questions, I probably can't answer them for you. So I don't know, you can ask them, I'll try, but I doubt if I can answer them for you. I used a lot of Abeka. I really liked it. You know what? I've heard a lot of people saying the bookwork is not for them. It worked for me. It probably wasn't the best for every one of my kids, but it worked. Yep. Okay, I have no other information for you. I just wanted to celebrate starting school, homeschooling my youngest child in my last year. Yeah, I really have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having my children with me. I've enjoyed teaching them. You know what the most exciting part for me was? When they first started school and I taught my first son to read. And as he understood and he was able to put letters into words, into sentences, that was the best feeling for me. When my first child did it, I'm like, yes, I can do this. And I said that again when he graduated from high school. And I said it again when he graduated from college. Yes, I never expected to be homeschooling for 30 years. If I had been teaching in a school, I'd be able to retire. But you know what? You don't get that when you homeschool your children. All you get are the memories. And I have a lot of precious memories with my children. And I want to tell you something else. My second child, I gotta go. I won't talk about my children anymore. I just want to celebrate the beginning of the homeschool year.